Hello, class. SCMT498. This is Don Meyerhoff, your instructor. I want to take some time to go over the course syllabus briefly. I'm just going to touch on several main points. I still need you to go in there and read this. Give it a good scrub, read it a couple times, make it available, confer with it if you have questions. But as it states, it's a 8-week course, and we're going to be working on your capstone project, which is a summation or wrap-up, culmination, probably a better word, of all your learning experiences with AMU within this program. So it's very important that you take the time to walk through this process, and this is what it is a process, from developing a topic, creating the components that help you expand upon it, outlines, problem statements, annotated bibliographies, and work through, complete those assignments or sections as comprehensively as you can, because at the end of this, you're going to put it all together. And if you do a great job, step by step, it's going to be so much easier, and you're going to have so much more quality in that end product. So let's go through here. So I'll let you read the course description and the course scope and the course objectives. All right, as resources, there's no assigned text, obviously, but I would highly recommend getting a copy of the APA version 6 publication manual. That's and you should have been writing your previous course assignments to these standards anyway. But for the most part, you probably just utilized citation formats, reference formats. With a bigger project, you might very well come into requirements, APA requirements, that speak to things like tables or images or what have you. So, and the APA guide also speaks to paragraph construction. So it's going to be looked at a little bit tighter under the APA framework. So take some time, get a copy of this, and go through it. Tab it off, important parts. All right, websites. Here's some more good research, some resources. These I would suggest taking a look at them. If you don't need them, fine, but they have a lot of good material. The first one right there, how to write a bachelor's capstone paper. So just take the time. You might be able to identify a couple areas that you can work on and strengthen. Okay, form assignments. You have an introductory form assignment. You've done many of these. Same drill, 200 to 250 words, non-graded assignment. You're going to respond to other classmates. The regular form assignments each week are defined within the form section, obviously. The initial response is due by Friday midnight Eastern Standard Time, and then of course the responses to other students are due by Sunday. This should be very familiar. All right, do notice that form assignments, you're looking at a range of 500 to 1,000 words. This is a range, of course. As with many assignments, form assignments that most of you are probably used to, if you go over 1,000 words, I'm fine. This is really to help you flesh out how, or to develop your capstone project and how you address the several learning objectives. So if it pushes over, fine. The important part is that you feel comfortable with your response. It reflects, full knowledge of the topic area, addresses the learning objective well, and because you're gonna factor these into your final project. You have 3 essay assignments. We'll get to those a little bit more in the weekly schedule, which is a little bit later. There's some word counts there. These are not absolutes. Once again, treat them as minimums, and if you go over, and that's fine. Okay, research proposal. You're going to have formal research proposals due by the conclusion of Sunday of week 2. I'll go ahead and approve or disapprove it, or portions of it. it's going to be based upon an issue or problem aligned with requirements and criteria for obtaining your bachelor's degree in security management in AMU. The criteria, there's 7 undergraduate security management program learning outcome objectives or criteria. They're listed below here. And we're going to see these more. And you're going to see this in the week-to-week schedule. You're actually going to address these as you go along. And that's why I was saying it's developmental. You want to do your best in addressing these topic areas or objectives because you're gonna put this all together at the end. Topic selection. Go ahead and read that. It's got to you want to make something that's typically picking a topic for large research projects. Some people they get a little nervous. Is it worthy? Is there enough information out there? So take the time, think about it, dwell on, talk to other people. It should be something that you're interested in and has some applicability to your organization or an organization, if you're not in there, where you want to go. So, part of this is creating a useful tool for yourself as well, an end product. If the research topic includes primary sources, i.e. persons, subject matter, it's going to have to go through the institutional review board or IRB. Typically, we don't see this, and it's a process. If you're going to do this, we're going to have to get going or involved with this process early in the game. Keep in mind your study period is limited, or your research period, is limited. So these types of studies have a tendency to be longer in nature. So just take that into consideration. We talked about this a little bit. Ensure the availability of ample research sources. What you don't want to do is pick up a topic that's so obscure that you don't have any available resources because you're boxing yourself into a corner. So, take that into consideration. We talked about the feasibility assessment. Make sure that study goal is attainable within established parameters, time. You don't want to enter into what's known as a longitudinal study of great length because you're not going to have the time to complete it adequately. So, pick a topic that's scoped properly. If you have any questions, reach out to me. We can discuss it. There's more information, topic guidance. Make sure it's security focused. It's in a post 9/11 environment, which is important. You want to take a multidisciplinary approach. This is important. You've covered a lot of material in your coursework at AMU. So when you start pull in from all 4 corners of your learning experience and also your practical experience too. So just don't put some blinders on and hit it from one perspective. Hit it from a wide base as you can, while maintaining the integrity of the scope of the project. It talks about research study statement. Here's some good examples of what you might want or not want. Topic selection, acceptable topics, as you can see there. Unacceptable projects is a good example. Single, homeland security. It's too broad. It's not focused well enough. There's a couple other examples about caliber analysis for weapon cartridges. Mandatory proposal components. Take a look at that. This is a very common structure or framework in academia. You'll see it if you go on further in your academic career into your graduate and doctoral phases. You'll see a lot of these same components. They might sound a little different, but they're the same. Annotated bibliography. Take time. There's a lot. I'm going to probably try to dig up some resources for you. Take some time to also look in the library too. How to write an annotated research bibliography. The initial go is 6 references minimum. I would suggest put as many as you can. And the reason goes back to my earlier statement. The more research you do, quality research, using quality sources, the better off you're going to be. And it's going to be much easier for you to go ahead and address those learning objectives. Oops, sorry about that. Okay. You're going to produce an extended paper project outline. You're going to widen your annotated bibliography as well. Final capstone project is due in week 7. That's going to be the culmination. So you got 7 weeks. So it sounds like a lot of time, but when you're piecing together a sizable project like this, it goes by quick. So get an early jump. And then on the 8th week, what you're going to do is not an actual presentation, not an actual submission of your formal capstone project to everybody, but you're going to create a PowerPoint presentation that briefs everybody on it. All right. This is what I discussed earlier. Take a look at the schedule. We'll see here shortly. Starting week 2, we're going to start hitting those learning objectives. And this is where you start putting it all together. As you see, we have, the form and post assignments or regular assignments are listed on the right. This is a format you should be used to. Let's see, that should be it. And the rest is boilerplate, which you should be used to, but go ahead and take a look at it as you're always responsible for it. And that's all of it. This wasn't meant to be a line-by-line analysis of the syllabus. I just want to hit on the major points. I wish all of you the best of luck. If you have any questions after reading the syllabus, reach out to me. This is a worthy experience. It's going to take work, but if you work hard at it and really give it a good effort, you're going to wind up with a great product, and that's something that you're proud of. And with that, I'll just say goodbye and reach out to me if you have any questions. Take care.